going catfishing. What's going on today, guys? So I promised a few of you I'd be making a catfish video. So we're gonna go out to the river property today and throw a few lines in. I'm gonna show you guys kind of my setup, kind of what I like to do, what works for me, especially up here in Washington. Everywhere is gonna be a little bit different, and you know, we'll go over a few little techniques you can do for different situations. But I'm gonna show you what works for me, what works up here. We're gonna be fishing on the Yakima River today, up around West Richland area. So this, my friends, is our river property. We just got this a little while ago. I'm sure you guys are going to see a whole lot of videos coming from here, but this is where we're going to be fishing for today. I got to grab a few things. We're going to throw it in the truck and run out to the end of the property where we got like this catfish alley going on. We've been killing them back there, but so that's where we're going to be going. So here is the spot. So guys, the first thing I'm looking for when I come up to a river and I'm looking to fish it for the first time is I'm looking for a few things. I'm looking for current, most important. Current will almost completely decide where I'm gonna fish. Looking at what we got right here, so as you can see out there in the middle, it's kind of hard to see just because of the time of day, but the river's moving kind of quick. And so I know we can put 5 ounces of lead, throw it out there in the bottom, and you know, fight that freaking current all day and maybe catch fish. But the most efficient thing I've found, and the easiest way to do this, is to find a current break. And so what we have right here, as you can see, we have this giant tree that's fallen down into the water. And actually, if you look back a little further, we have another one as well. So it creates this really good current break and kind of this eddy right here for the water to swirl around. You can see really well coming off the end of that where the two currents meet each other. And this is where we're going to target. We're going to throw our baits right there on the edge of that. Catfish are super lazy, and they're looking to feed and eat as much food as they can with the minimal amount of effort. So yeah, they could be out there in the middle fighting the current trying to catch their food, or they can sit right here on the edge of this current, not have to work at all, and let the food come to them. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys my setup here real quick. I'm in the truck right now because I just got here, started setting stuff up, and heard a big kaboom and looked up, and there's a giant freaking thunderstorm rolling over us right now. I looked behind, and there's some sunny skies behind it, but yeah, those are some pretty intimidating clouds right now. So we're going to sit in the truck for a few minutes, go over what we're using, and then when this thing blows over, we'll go out there and do some fishing. So to get started, what pretty common, I'm using a 3-ounce weight, triangle weight. These work super well in the river. They kind of, you know, they got the flat sides on it, so when they sink down there to the bottom, they kind of stay where they're at and they don't roll down the river like the cannonballs do. So I like to use these triangles. I have another weight that I'll show you later too. It's flat, so when it goes, it flops down there onto the bottom. It works really good if it's like muddy and kind of sits in the mud and the current just runs over it. It doesn't really move, so that's a good weight as well. So I got my weight attached to this little slider on it. You can use a few things. You can go buy these commercial sliders or just use a swivel and just run the line through the end of the swivel. I've seen plenty of people do that. After that, I got a bead sitting right there to protect my knot. And moving down, after I attach my weight, I'll attach another swivel. You know, go with a big quality swivel because these guys fight pretty hard. And it's pretty simple. Just tie your swivel on. Oh, and by the way, I'm using 65-pound braided line. It's J-braid, so it's pretty cheap stuff. But you know, I'd rather go with a bigger, thicker line and be able to use it longer and know I'm not gonna lose any fish. So after the swivel, I've got a 30-pound monofilament leader, and I normally use about 24 inches, 24 to 36 inches, wherever you want to use. And that's just 30-pound monofilament line. Running down, when I get down to the hook, this is where all the magic happens. So I'm very particular about what hooks I use and what kind of knots I use on my hooks. So on my 30-pound leader, I'll zoom in on this. So this is the kind of hook I use. As you can see down there on the tip, it's got that real sharp point to it. Kind of curves in like that. So it allows when the fish grabs it, they really cannot get it out of their mouths. I can honestly say I've never, lost a fish because they spit the hook out with these hooks. I tie my hooks onto my 30-pound leader with an egg loop. Look up a video, or I can do a video on it. Super easy to tie, super nice, nice knot. It holds really well, and it allows you, when you're putting bait on, you can push your line through, and you get this little loop, and then you can put whatever kind of bait you're using on there. We're going to be using chicken liver. You can put your chicken liver on there and wrap it up with your line that you push through with your egg loop, and wrap your bait with it. Pull it tight and it holds your bait onto your hook. So that's what I use. Got a guide running down the river, running away from the storm. Alright, so the storm has officially passed. It's 10 minutes away now, so we're going to get to fishing. I want to show you guys my rod I was using too, since it's kind of hard to show that off in the truck. So this is a Berkeley glow stick. I have the 8-foot medium heavy spinning reel and rod. They make a few different sizes. I think they have like a 10-foot and a 12-foot or something like that. I just picked up the 8-foot medium heavy. It does pretty good for any of the catfish around here. 65-pound test is a little bit much for it, but I know I'm not going to break anything off. The cool thing about these rods, it's kind of hard to see during the daylight, but they glow in the dark, hence the name glow stick. They also have down here on the butt, they have this little thing that you turn, and when you turn it to on, like I said, it's hard to see during the day, but there's a few LEDs inside of the rod. There's one right there, and there's one up here in the middle, and so the whole thing glows blue. If it gets dark enough out, I'll show you guys how it works, but for now, we will just leave that off. And I am using the good old-fashioned chicken liver, fresh from the store. You can cure it, you can do whatever you want with it. I normally just bring it straight from the store, all bloody. It's always worked good for me. We get the other one. And get it back out there and hit the place. There we go. Just like that, guys. There's our first catfish. He's coming right at me now. Doesn't seem very big. There we go. First catfish, baby. That right there is our first channel cat. I'm gonna guess probably 6-8 pounds. He's not all that big. I've caught a lot bigger fish out of this hole, but we'll weigh him real quick, see what he weighs. 6 pounds. 6 pounds even. I'm a good guesser. Holy cow. There's a good one. one's getting hit too. Oh, that one's getting hit too. I might be doubling up here in a second. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. Ooh, yeah. Got him. That little guy had some fight in him. Catfish number 2. There we go, guys. Catfish number 2. Pretty nice. About the same size as the other guy. He had a lot more fight in him though. Let's weigh him, see how much he weighs. £6, 14 ounces. He was almost 7 pounds. Got a big old belly on him. All right, let's go let this guy go. There we go. Number 3. Oh, he's going airborne. Never seen a catfish go airborne like that. That was awesome. An acrobatic catfish. Coming right at me. I'm gonna double up here in a second. Still got some fight in him. There he is. Yeah. I'm really gonna double up. I am gonna double up. That's crazy. This guy's small. There you go, guys. 2 catfish at once. That does not happen very often. I will admit that. First up's this little young buck. That's a really small catfish for out here. You don't catch very many that size. That's probably a pound. There we go, guys. Double up just like that. That's how you do it. Oh man, I'm gonna let this little guy go. I know he's got to only be like a pound or something, but I'm gonna keep this guy for a second. I'll weigh him up and see how much he weighs. There we go. 6 pounds, 12 ounces. There we go. That's our third catfish. We just let number 4 go. So 6 pounds, 11 ounces, or 6 pounds, 12 ounces. I already forgot. But anyways, it's been a great day. Let's let this guy go. Get him back in the water. Look at that thing. So that's the video, guys. Thanks for sticking around. And it's a pretty good day. We ended the day with 4 channel cat. It started getting really dark out and hard to film, so I ended up packing everything up. But if you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you got any tips on catfishing yourself. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to start coming out with a lot more content, and that'd be much appreciated. But until next time, keep fishing, guys. Stay safe.